your cube sounds like this, it's time to fix it. This is the only 3x3 setup guide you'll ever need. No matter the cube, budget, or flagship, we're making it smooth, fast, and controllable. Let's go step by step and get your cube ready to break new PBs and ready for your competition. Start by fully disassembling your cube. Pop out an edge, then remove all the corners and edges. You should be left with just the core and 20 pieces. Wipe off the old lube, dust, and dirt with a towel or a baby wipe. The cleaner the pieces, the more control you'll have over the final feel of your cube. If your cube is really dirty and you need a deeper clean, you can rinse the pieces in warm soapy water, which I've done before, but do not get any of the metal wet because that will make it rust. If you need to clean the metal pieces, what I've done in the past is use WD-40 to clean them, but really a towel or a toothbrush would work fine. Next, we're going to lube the core, but obviously, if your cube uses maglev, you do not need to do this step. Lubing the core prevents any spring noise and makes the cube feel even better. Do this before reassembling the cube. Use weight 5 from SpeedCube Shop and lube the entire spring, the screw head, and the place where the spring touches the centerpiece. Now before reassembling the cube, we need to check the tensions. To do this, pull apart the centers on each side. Now check to make sure that the depth of each screw is the same. If they are not the same, loosen and tighten until they are the same. You want to start with one pair of screws, and then make sure that each other pair has the same depth as those screws. Now we're going to reassemble the cube. I already have a tutorial on this, so if you need help, here's the link right here. But here's a quick rundown. Start by assembling the cross, F2L pairs, and then the last layer. It's exactly the same steps you would use to solve it. Make sure to keep constant pressure on pieces you've already assembled to make sure that they do not fall out. Now we're going to fully tension the cube. The tension should already be even. Now we're going to adjust in whole, quarter, and half turns. Whatever you do to one side, just make sure you do it to all 6. To find the correct tensions, make sure the cube can 45-degree corner cut. If it does corner cut 45 degrees, tighten it until it still can, but you want it to be tighter, that way it'll be more resistant to popping. This also helps to prevent corner twists. If you have a cube like a Gantt cube that does not contain a screw, this is when you would pick your desired tension, and all of those screw depths would be feasible, so just pick the one you like the best. Next, we're going to lube the pieces. Now I always start with weight 5 or weight 6, or any heavier lube. This will give your cube a plush, controllable smoothness. Now I usually do this by just taking out one edge piece and drawing a line across it. Once you've done that, carefully place the piece back in the cube and start breaking it in. When you turn the cube, it should feel a bit slower and squishier. That's how you know you used enough lube. Now you want to choose a secondary lube based on what you want. If you want your cube faster, use some lunar. If you need your cube really fast, you can use some stardust and lunar. However, if you want to slow it down, you should use Cosmos, but be careful because putting too much Cosmos can make it really slow. I suggest starting with one drop, breaking it in, and then adding another drop, and just seeing how it feels. SpeedCube Shop has many different lubes. Each one creates a unique feel, so pick the one that matches your turning style. Everything I use today is from SpeedCube Shop, so if you are looking to buy a new cube or buy some new lube, head over to SpeedCube Shop and use code LELE as it supports this channel. Trust me, your cube and TPS will thank you. Now after doing a few turns to break in the cube, the final step is to adjust the springs and magnets, and there's a reason we do them together. Springs affect the cube's speed and stability, and magnets affect the cube's stability. That's why non-magnetized cubes do this warping thing a lot, and it can make your cube a lot less controllable. So the more you tighten the springs, the more spring force is acting on the cube, making it feel slower. If you have stronger springs, you want the magnets to be weaker, and if you have weaker springs, you want to complement that with stronger magnets. And if you have a cube like a Gantt cube, which has many different customization options, and you don't know which one to pick, here's a way to decide. If you have a very aggressive turning style, and you turn very inaccurately, a fast cube with strong magnets would not suit you. This is because it would probably warp a lot because the springs are weaker, so you would be better off with stronger springs and weaker magnets. However, if you're more advanced or have a more controlled turning style, you would benefit from a faster cube with stronger magnets. In other words, weaker springs and stronger magnets. This is assuming that you have these adjustment options. Most cubes nowadays have spring adjustment settings, but not all cubes have magnet adjustment settings. Even if your cube does not have these options, there is still ways to adjust them. If you wanted to adjust the springs, you could simply swap the springs with another cube springs that you liked. And if you wanted stronger magnets, you could also add in extra magnets which would make the magnets stronger. I did this with my RS3M 2020, and I think it helps the cube a lot. If you are thinking about doing a spring swap, make sure it complements the magnets in the cube. As an example, if your cube is already very fast, but has strong magnets, that's a good pairing, and you don't want to change that. Do not swap the springs with stronger springs, because that does not pair with stronger magnets. Once you've done that, your setup is complete. The next step would be to do 1 to 200 stalls to decide if you want your cube to be a bit looser or a bit tighter, or compress the springs a bit more or less, or adjust the magnets. And that's it. You went from a dirty and dry cube to a fast, stable, and smooth cube. Comment your favorite lube combo below, and I'll pin my favorite. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and also bye.